Good morning, Chattanooga. Here's a quick look at today's top 5 stories. First of all, President Obama may want to rid the federal government of TVA. The president's 2014 budget request includes a section called Reform TVA that could mean putting TVA in private hands, altering rates for 9 million customers, and jeopardizing 12,000 employees. The passage in a section called Creating a 21st Century Government states, quote, reducing or eliminating the federal government's role in programs such as TVA, which have achieved their original objectives and no longer require federal participation, can help put the nation on a sustainable fiscal path. Now, while TVA's $24 billion in debt is carried as part of the federal deficit, ratepayers, not taxpayers, are paying TVA's debt. And while this isn't the first time TVA's federal status has been under fire, it is the first time TVA has been placed on the cut list by Democrats. And this time, the proposal appeared to blindside TVA personnel and even Tennessee Democrats. Many lawmakers are critical of the idea, citing political inconsistencies, no advance notice, and fears that electricity rates could spike. Lamar Alexander called the proposal, quote, one more bad idea in a budget full of bad ideas, saying that since there's no federal taxpayer liability for TVA debt, selling TVA would likely end up costing taxpayers even more money. Turning to city politics, Mayor-elect Andy Burke is cleaning house at City Hall, letting go 18 of 21 people who served under Mayor Ron Littlefield. 2 administrators say they've been told to be out of their offices by the end of the day Friday. Parks and Recreation Director Larry Zender says he's frustrated at not being given a chance to stay on after 40 years of work in the Parks and Recreation field and 12 years serving the city. Others, such as the city attorney, Steve Leach from Public Works, Missy Crutchfield from the Department of Education, Arts, and Culture, Beverly Johnson from Neighborhood Services, and Fire Chief Randy Parker will all be leaving. 3 employees will stay on: the city treasurer, Finance Director Daisy Madison, and Deputy Personnel Administrator Richard Beeland. In addition, Burke has created a new position of Public Safety Coordinator to oversee crime strategy in Chattanooga. Next up, the Jackie Robinson movie 42 comes out tonight, and the film is bringing new buzz to Ingalls Stadium in Chattanooga. The movie was partially filmed at the historic stadium, and now new ads are being painted on outfield walls as a way to raise money for renovations there. Take a look.
Well, we're trying to recreate Ingalls the way that it looked in 1937, and I have a picture of a massive crowd when Joe Ingalls was going to give away a house, and he had a big raffle, and so that's kind of the picture that we're basing it on.
Well, the thing that 42 has done for us, it's brought a tremendous amount of publicity to Ingalls Stadium, and because of that, we've had a lot of groups come by here and want to tell us their stories, and we're hoping that we can make this a go and bring in a lot of kids, a lot of family-oriented events that will truly help Chattanooga.
Of course, the hype of the movie coming out this week is, I think, really going to bring people here a lot. This is where they cut the tunnel. You see where the new concrete is? And this was all dug out. This was a really deep, it was about 8 or 9 feet deep, I can't remember. And you came in over here, the set went all the way up to here, and you came in over here and went down, and then it turned, and that's the tunnel you see in the movie.
The future of Ingalls Stadium is up to what we can do with it. If we can make it a viable venue, it's going to be sustainable, and it's going to be fantastic for the public.
East Tennessee saw 2 very serious crashes yesterday. An elderly couple died in Polk County after a head-on car crash on Highway 64. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says a 21-year-old driver had been drinking when he went across the center line. And in Cleveland, Life Force airlifted a 10-year-old boy to the hospital after his bike collided with an SUV. Investigators do not believe the boy was wearing a helmet. The boy's name and condition has not been released. Finally, former NBA star Shaquille O'Neal was in Chattanooga Wednesday. He was in town visiting Chatham's corporate headquarters for the first time. O'Neal has spent the last 10 years steering the public toward a wide range of Chatham products, and the company couldn't be more pleased. Officials say the company was a small player with under $40 million as a brand at retail before the partnership with O'Neill, and now Chatham's reached over $105 million at retail and is #1 in brand awareness. And O'Neill will soon be appearing in a series of new commercials for Chatham products. Looking at today's forecast, we'll see showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m. today, with a high temperature near 78 degrees. Storms will continue tonight with a low around 51. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.